"You can't touch me," the man in the dark suit said, loud enough for every person in the room to hear. "I'm the FBI director. One phone call and your career is finished." He didn't whisper. He didn't lower his voice. He didn't look the least bit ashamed. He said it the way someone announces the weather. Flat, confident, unquestioning. I was seated where I always sit, behind the bench in Providence Municipal Court. My name is Judge Frank Caprio, and over the years I've heard every excuse imaginable. I've heard tears, threats, stories that didn't add up. I've heard people blame bad luck, bad timing, bad bosses, even bad planets. But never, not once, had someone walked into my courtroom and declared openly that the law didn't apply to him. He was about 45, tall, sharp-featured, clean-shaven. His hair was combed so precisely it looked sculpted. The navy suit he wore probably cost more than many people in the room earned in a month. His shoes reflected the lights like mirrors. A polished watch flashed at his wrist every time he moved. And his expression, that was familiar. The look that says, "I'm not here to be judged. I'm here because I allow myself to be." Behind him, the gallery leaned forward. The room felt tighter, heavier, like tension pulled through it on a wire. I placed my hands calmly on the bench and met his eyes. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. Silence has a way of doing the work for you. The bailiff cleared his throat. The clerk straightened her stack of papers. Even then, I knew this would not be an ordinary day. "Case 2026, TR 4187, the bailiff announced. I glanced at the file, then back up. "Good morning, sir. Please step forward." He walked like the floor belonged to him. "State your name for the record." He smirked. "Grant Holloway, Director." A quiet gasp rippled through the gallery. Titles carry weight, even here. "Mr. Holloway," I said evenly, "you're here regarding a traffic incident and a related complaint. You will be treated the same as every other person who appears in this courtroom. Do you understand?" He lifted his chin. "I understand you'll try." I took a breath. "Then let's begin." The clerk read the charges clearly. Failure to yield, reckless operation, and alleged witness interference. That last one matters. It means someone tried to scare the truth out of another person. I turned to the other side of the courtroom. The complainant is present. A man rose slowly. He moved with caution, favoring one leg. He was in his early 60s, gray beard untrimmed, jacket clean but worn thin. His hands looked like they'd worked hard for decades. "Your name, sir?" "Eli Marcato," he said quietly. "And your occupation?" "I drive a city bus. Night shift. Have for years." I nodded. "Why are you here today?" He swallowed. "Because I got hit. Not bad enough for the hospital. Bad enough to change things." "Explain." "I've only got one good leg, Your Honor. Old injury. I can still work, still stand, but when that SUV bumped me, I fell wrong. My knee swelled up. I missed 3 shifts. I can't afford that." His hands trembled slightly. "And you said you were scared? Why?" He glanced toward Mr. Holloway, then looked away. "Because someone called me, told me to forget it." The air shifted instantly. "That's ridiculous," Mr. Holloway laughed. He tripped. "He's fishing for money." "Mr. Holloway," I said sharply, "you will not interrupt." He shrugged. I reviewed the file. A crosswalk near a grocery store. Ordinary place. Ordinary moment that never should have turned into this. "Mr. Marcato, do you have an attorney?" "No, sir. I can't afford one." "And you, Mr. Holloway?" A lawyer in a gray suit stepped forward. "Miles Rearin for the defense." The officer took the stand. Officer Dana Kels. Calm, precise. She described the scene, the witnesses, the SUV accelerating through the crosswalk. A witness who heard the driver yell, "Move, old man!" Mr. Holloway rolled his eyes. "This is a joke." "Enough," I warned. Evidence followed. A cracked bus pass found on the pavement. Mr. Holloway laughed again. "A broken bus pass? What's next? Blaming gravity?" "You laugh because you don't depend on one," I replied. "I don't depend on this court either." Then came the phone call. Blocked number, calm voice, threats about losing his job, call logs, relay service, a government-issued phone tied to Mr. Holloway's office. That's when he stood up and pointed. "You have no authority? Do you know who I am?" "I know exactly where you are," I said. "Sit down." He refused. "I've had judges removed before." "Not here." Then the video played. It showed everything. The slow walk, the SUV rolling forward, the impact, the indifference afterward. "You should feel lucky," Mr. Holloway sneered. "People like you get in the way." That was the moment the room turned. Then he said it, the line that froze the court. I'm the lock on the nation's door. You're a plastic toy key. You can't touch me. I leaned forward. You just claimed you're above the law, I said quietly. Let's test that. I called judicial oversight, requested referrals, made it official, then sentencing, fines, restitution, license suspension, community service, cleaning buses, crosswalk duty near schools, apology letters, public safety message, then contempt, bailiff. The cuffs clicked. 3 months later, he returned different, quieter, changed. He completed every hour, wrote every letter. And when I asked what he learned, he said, that power doesn't excuse harm. When the courtroom emptied, I sat alone and thought about a man crossing a street with a lunch bag. The law isn't a shield for the powerful. It's a promise to everyone. No one is above the crosswalk. No one is above respect.